Bubble Busters!
My name is Alan, and I'm a college student looking for a job. I have a girlfriend named Sarah. We met at a party and hit it off. Sarah, I got a job!
Congratulations! What kind of job did you apply for?
I'm going to work as a temp.
What? A temp? Why?
What do you mean by why?
A temp?
Yes, that's right. What's wrong with being a temp?
Why didn't you apply for a full-time position? You should aim higher than a temp. No one aspires to be a temp. You need to be more ambitious.
I have dreams and ambitions, but it's more important for me to graduate with a job in the prospects.
I'm so disappointed in you, Alan. I thought that you wanted more for yourself. I don't want to date someone working as a temp.
Why are you so angry?
You don't get it. That's why you're gonna work as a temp. I think that we should break up.
I don't understand. Working as a temp is as respectable as any other job.
I wanted you to apply for a job that allows you to work anywhere in the world. If you're happy with a temp position, I don't think that we want the same things in life.
I had no idea you felt this way.
Either way, I'm breaking up with you. It was nice knowing you.
How uptight of her to say that! So that's how Sarah dumped me. They started off good with me getting a job, and ended badly with me getting dumped. What a day. Eventually, I graduated college and started working at my temp position. I knew that my job was not a big deal in comparison to a full-time employment contract with a multinational company. But I was happy to work in a small office, where I got to do a little bit of everything. And I was compensated well for the work that I got done. I worked in the temp position for several years. As I worked my way up the corporate ladder, I was given many responsibilities. One day, out of the blue, I received a wedding invitation from my ex-girlfriend Sarah. Why would Sarah invite her ex-boyfriend to her wedding? We had lost touch after we broke up, so I wondered why she would want me at her wedding. I then reached out to our mutual friend Tom. Tom, how's it going? I'm good. How are you? I received a wedding invitation from Sarah. I don't understand why she would want her ex-boyfriend at her wedding. I was invited too. I think she invited all her friends from college. Oh, I see. So I'm being invited as her college friends then. Yes, I think so. To be honest, I'm not too eager to go to her wedding. I don't even want to buy her a gift. Wow, you're brutally honest. So, my college friends and I went to Sarah's wedding reluctantly. Along with Tom and I, our friends Helen and Mia came. I wasn't looking forward to the wedding, but I was happy to see my college friends.
Hi everyone! Thank you for coming today.
Congratulations, Sarah. We're so happy for you.
Oh, it's Alan, the temp. Nice to see you again. I'm glad that I didn't choose you to be my husband.
I can't believe that you would say that to my face when I just congratulated you.
My husband works for a big company. He's so different from you.
Sarah, what are you saying? You're being really rude to Alan. It's okay. Thanks though, Tom. Sarah claimed that her husband was part of the elite community because he works for a big company. Did she only invite me to her wedding to make me feel bad? After the wedding ceremony, the reception started. The reception was very casual, and everyone was drinking, singing, and dancing as they pleased. Sarah looked happy too, with a drink in her hand. Sarah came up to me with a beer in her hand. To my horror, she poured the beer onto me.
Alan, I feel so sorry for you that you're only a temp and will never be rich and happy like me.
What the hell, Sarah?
Don't you regret losing me as your girlfriend? You should have pushed yourself harder to make me happy. Sarah, what are you doing? Stop it! This is not a celebration after a baseball game. It's totally inappropriate. I'm the bride and today's my party. I can do as I please.
What an evil bride! Why won't her husband stop her? Sarah, that's hilarious. Keep on going. Wow, they're so similar. No wonder they chose each other. I sat there drenched in beer. I came to a wedding that I wasn't really looking forward to. And now this? This is unforgivable! Trouble busters! Sarah, wait! Tom, thanks for standing up for me again. You've been acting like a dreadful monster all day. I agree. She's a monster!
Are you jealous that I'm the only one that succeeded after graduating college? My husband is perfect in every way. I'm so happy.
You've been bragging about how successful your husband is. But did you know that Alan has his own company now?
What?
You don't need to say anything, Tom.
You have your own company?
I wasn't planning on telling Sarah, but it's true. I now manage my own company. After working as a temp for many years, I learned the ropes and started my own company a few years ago. Things were tough for me in the beginning, but with my efforts, my company has become profitable. Have you heard of his company? It's very well known these days.
Are you serious? I see their ads everywhere. It's really famous.
Huh, I guess my company is pretty famous now.
Why didn't you tell me this?
Why would I need to tell you? I hadn't seen or talked to you in so many years.
You're the president of a company. And my husband is just an employee.
Sarah began mumbling to herself. It seemed that she had trouble processing the information that she'd just received. Her husband seemed like a douche, but I felt a little bad that his wife was lost in her thoughts at their wedding. At the end of the wedding, I asked Sarah to pay for the cleaning bills for the suit that she had soaked in beer. Sarah, you ruined my suit today. I expect you to pay the cleaning bills for this.
I still can't believe that you have your own company. And it's even successful.
Wow, Sarah's acting all weird. Let's get going, guys. We left Sarah, who was still lost in her own thoughts and acting strange. A few days later, Sarah came to my house. Did you bring me the cleaning fees that I asked you to cover?
I came to say that I'm still in love with you. Will you take me back?
You're crazy. And you just got married. Get out of my house!
We used to be so close and got along perfectly. I chose the wrong man to marry. You were always the one for me.
I see. You said what you came to say. You can leave now.
Alan, I'm being serious. I always knew that you would succeed in life. That's why I pushed you to become more than a temp.
You only want me back because you learned that I have my own company, which is successful. I detested you from the second you started to doubt my decisions. You're married. Go back to your husband.
I'm prepared to leave my husband, if you'll take me back.
I've heard enough. Please, leave.
Don't try to send me away.
I forced Sarah to leave my house. She's only interested in my status and money. I hate her! I told my friends about what Sarah had said to me. My friends were all annoyed with Sarah, although they were not surprised that she would do something like this. None of us wanted anything to do with Sarah anymore. Sarah contacted me often to say that she wanted to get back together.
Alan, I think about you all of the time. You're my Prince Charming. I love you.
Of course, I ignored all of her messages. A while later, Sarah got what she so deserved. Her husband found out that Sarah was trying to win me back, and he was livid. He saw all the messages that she had sent to me. Are you trying to seduce my wife? She belongs with me. Huh, I have no interest in your wife. Please ask her to stop messaging me.
How about I spend half of my time with you and half of my time with Alan?
You're crazy! Besides, I want nothing to do with you! I agree that she's crazy. I'm leaving you, Sarah! That sounds like a great idea. True to his word, Sarah's husband left her. He finally realized that Sarah was trying to win me back. But I had no interest at all. After that, he left me alone and never bothered me again. Sarah couldn't leave me alone, and continued to try to get me to take her back. I had to call the police and tell them that she was stalking me. The police issued a restraining order, and Sarah was prohibited from coming over to my house. I was finally able to get rid of her. If she hadn't been so selfish and greedy, she could have lived a happy life with her husband. She's now a divorcee, and paying alimony payments to her ex-husband. I'm still managing my own company and living a happy life. I want to focus on work right now before settling down. Trouble Busters!
Hi, I'm Helen. I grew up in a single-parent family, and we were poor. Because we were poor, I began to work as soon as I graduated middle school. Being young, it was difficult for me to find a stable job. But my current job pays decently, and I'm getting by. I get along with the customers that come in on a regular basis, and I enjoy talking to them. One day, my boyfriend Alan proposed to me, and we got engaged. The only thing that worried me was that Alan's older sister Sarah didn't like me because she thought that I was uneducated. I didn't know why she disliked me so much, but I wasn't going to put up with her bullying. On the day of our wedding, Alan's sister came over to say some mean things to me.
Helen, I love your dress. It's gorgeous. The dress looks too expensive to be worn by someone that only went to middle school.
Can't you be nice to me on my wedding day? This dress was the dress that my mother wore at her wedding.
Oh, so it's secondhand then. I guess that's all you can afford, coming from a poor and uneducated household. Your dress smells old. By the way, did you know that I graduated top of my class at Harvard? And I have a great job too.
Why are you making this all about you? I'm not interested.
I just hope that I don't outshine you now that we're going to be family. You can still call off the wedding, you know.
I'm already wearing my wedding dress, and I'm in love with Alan. You can't stop us from being happy.
I'm just saying, you should find a more suitable groom for yourself. Someone with a similar background. Perhaps a chimpanzee or a gorilla at a zoo would be more suitable for you.
Alan is the one for me. I need to get ready for the wedding, so please stop bothering me. I had Sarah leave the room. As I was preparing for my wedding, a small child came up to me. You must be Sarah's daughter. Hello. Where is your mommy? Are you all alone?
Look!
What is it? Sarah's daughter then splashed my dress with the drink that she had been holding. What are you doing? You just ruined my dress!
Mommy! I did what you told me!
Sarah's daughter left the room. She had ruined the dress that my mother had given to me.
What's wrong, Helen?
Sarah's daughter just came in here and spilled her drink on my dress.
Helen, what happened to your dress? It's brown.
Your daughter spilled her drink onto my dress.
I don't think she did it on purpose. She's still a small child. You'll forgive her, won't you?
Why would a small child like your daughter drink black coffee?
She can drink whatever she likes.
Sarah seemed happy that my dress was ruined. I could tell that she was the one that put her daughter up to this. Her daughter's actions seemed unnatural, like it was staged.
Why did you let her run around? Why weren't you watching her?
I can't watch her all the time. Besides, it's immature of you to be mad about something that a small child did. And it was an accident.
Even if she is a child, it's your responsibility as her parent to make sure that she doesn't get herself into trouble.
Well, seeing that the dress is ruined, I think that we'll have to cancel the wedding.
Sarah, did you ask your daughter to do this so that you could have our wedding canceled?
What are you accusing me of? You would have seen my daughter coming if you weren't so engrossed in yourself. You must have bumped into my daughter first. It's your fault.
I can't believe that you're trying to blame me for what happened. What am I supposed to do with a dirty dress?
Like I said, cancel the wedding.
Sarah left the room laughing. I can't believe that she did this to my precious dress.
I wonder if we can rent a different dress at this last minute. But I guess it will be difficult to find a dress in your size so last minute.
Don't worry about renting a different dress. I'm going to wear this one. This is the dress that I want to get married in. The same as my mother.
Are you sure that you want to be seen by all our guests with a big brown stain on the front of your dress?
I want to go out like this and let everyone see what Sarah did to my dress. I can't believe that she made her daughter do such a terrible thing. Just because she doesn't like or respect me. I hate her so much. I'm not going to forgive Sarah. Trouble busters! We went ahead with the wedding as planned. The wedding guests were surprised to see me come out in a coffee-stained dress. Sarah was the most surprised, because she didn't expect me to come out in a dirty dress. The wedding ceremony was over, and it was now time for the reception. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us on our special day. I'm sure you're all wondering why my dress is stained with coffee. My sister-in-law, Sarah, asked her daughter to spill coffee on my dress because she didn't want me to marry Alan.
What are you saying?
Don't deny it. I know you didn't like me from the start based on the fact that I was raised by a single mother. And I grew up poor. You don't think that I'm good enough for your brother. You think that I'm stupid because I only went to middle school.
You're not making any sense.
Are you saying that I was careless enough to drink coffee while wearing a white wedding dress? Sarah seemed nervous. One of the male guests then spoke up.
Sarah, is this true?
Hello, Tim. Why are you at my brother's wedding?
Tim, I didn't know that you knew Sarah.
Tim? How do you know Helen?
This is very confusing.
Tim was one of my regular customers at the restaurant. We became very close because he came to the restaurant often. And when he found out that I didn't have a father, he treated me like his daughter. That's why I invited him to my wedding. Tim, I'm getting married.
Congratulations, Helen. I'm so happy for you. Are you going to stop working at the restaurant?
I'm going to continue working even after I'm married.
Oh, I'm so happy for you. You're like the daughter that I never had.
You're the father that I never had.
I would love to see you wearing your wedding dress. I'm crying happy tears just thinking about it.
Please don't cry. Are you able to make it to the wedding reception? I'd love for you to come.
Are you sure? We're not even related.
Yes, please come. It'd make me so happy. Tim came to my wedding as promised. I didn't have many relatives, so I was happy that Tim could attend as one of my guests. I had no idea that Tim was Sarah's boss at work, though.
Helen, are you sure that Sarah was the one that ruined your dress?
Yes. Sarah got her daughter to come over to me with a cup of coffee and spill it on my dress.
Sarah?
Tim looked very upset with Sarah. I'd never seen him so angry before.
Why would you ruin Helen's dress like that? What were you thinking? What's wrong with you? You're like a monster!
Sarah tried to calm Tim down, but she couldn't think of the right thing to say.
I know that you're a good employee at work, but I didn't know you had such a bad side. I'm very disappointed in you.
I'm sorry.
You shouldn't be apologizing to me. You should apologize to Helen.
Helen, I'm so sorry.
Seeing Tim take my side, Sarah couldn't deny what she had done. She apologized to me in tears. My dress is still ruined. Your apologies won't fix this. Not knowing what else to do, Sarah left the reception.
I didn't expect to see Sarah here. I'm so sorry about what she did to you.
This is not your fault. I had no idea that you worked at the same company as Sarah.
Yes, it's such a small world.
Although our wedding did not go according to the initial plan, we had a great time. The next day, Sarah came over to apologize to me again.
I'm really sorry, Helen. I'll pay for the cleaning bills, so please forgive me.
Paying for the cleaning bills is not going to fix what you did. In all her wedding photos, Helen is going to be in a dirty wedding dress. It's all your fault!
I'm sorry. I'll pay a little extra for the emotional damages caused to you and Helen.
In the end, Sarah paid me a big settlement. It wasn't about the money, but I felt that Sarah had learned her lesson. I went to get my wedding dress cleaned with the money that Sarah gave me. Alan and I then went to get some more wedding photos taken in my clean wedding dress. I couldn't redo our wedding, but I was happy to have some nice photos of me in a clean wedding dress. I guess I should send Sarah the new wedding photos, seeing that she paid for them.
Did you know that Sarah quit her job? Tim couldn't forgive her for what she did, and she didn't feel comfortable working under him after what she did to you.
Well, I guess that's on her. Alan also told me that Sarah was having a tough time finding a new job. When she got her first job, she was lucky because they needed to hire a lot of people at the same time. Because Sarah now had a bad reputation in the industry, not many companies were keen on hiring her. Also, because she agreed to pay me a sizable settlement to me, she was using up all of her savings. Her Harvard degree wasn't helping her find a job anymore. I'm still working at the same restaurant. Tim still comes to the restaurant often, so we are still close. Tim, thank you for having my back at my wedding.
Oh, it was nothing. I don't care what kind of a background a person comes from, as long as they are hardworking and genuine.
Thank you for your kind words. I won't forget the fact that Tim defended me at my wedding. After the wedding, I introduced Tim to Alan, and now he comes over to our house often. He really is like family to me. I hope that my friendship with Tim lasts forever. I still can't forget how scary Tim looked when he was scolding Sarah at my wedding, though. Troublebusters!
My name is Aaron. I work as a salaryman at a certain company. My wife, Harper, and I are celebrating our 10th wedding anniversary very soon. For such a momentous occasion, I reserved seats at an expensive French restaurant. I'm going now!
I'll see you soon.
That day was a meeting with one of our suppliers. The manager of the supplier, Mr. Aiden, was one who would mercilessly condescend his subcontract. To be honest, I dislike him. No, I hate him. No, I'm physically grossed out. So, I set out to meet up with Mr. Aiden, who I despise with a passion. What up, maggots? And how are the dumbasses today? Mr. Aiden doesn't one-up on us as if though it was part of his daily routine. Oh, good morning, Mr. Aiden. Sir, graduate from UCLA. What a bird brain! I'm from Stanford, bro. Stanford! Listen up, subcontractors! Our meeting starts now! You seem bright and beautiful as always, sir. We managed to live through this unpleasant meeting from the stinky armpit of hell itself. About these meetings with this particular supplier, they drained me of my energy as much as a full-ass marathon would. However, tonight's my 10th wedding anniversary with my lovely darling Harper. With the energy that blasted away all my exhaustion from that day, I rushed back to Harper, and then we brought our hungry stomachs to the French restaurant.
Good evening. You're the reservation from one, Mr. Aaron, I presume?
Yes! I somehow feel a little nervous.
For real. I'm so nervous, I wonder if the food can go past my throat.
Nah, I don't think that's gonna happen to you of all people. Since you have a black hole as a stomach.
You want to play rough, bad boy? Want me to throw you into black hole, too? You two are having fun, it seems.
Oh, our apologies. Our usual selves have worked together to inappropriately create a comedy duo.
You are quite close indeed. I shall escort you to your seats now.
The nice waitress led us to our table and we sat down. We felt pressured by the unfamiliar atmosphere, but the dishes were all pieces of heart, as well as being delicious. The real story started right when the main course of steak was about to be served. Hang on! You there! You're that broke subcontractor from today! Oh, Mr. Aiden, sir? Why, him of all people! For God's sakes! Turns out Mr. Aiden was sitting down at a table near ours. What an unpleasant surprise. It was supposed to be precious time together, the two of us! Oh, what a day. I don't think you know this, but this is an expensive place, boy. It isn't a place to serve broke pieces of shit subcontractors like you. My apologies. Today's a special day, so I went pretty far, didn't I? Special day? Is it Melon Day already? Or was it Cabbage Day? No. It's our wedding anniversary. Wedding? Don't tell me this fat swine over here is your girl!
Fat swine? Why, you pathetic, slimy earthworm?
Harper, calm down! Put your hands down. Yeah, the ones holding the knives. Wait, two? That's my knife! But truly, please, calm down, dear. My, what a little witch you got there. I guess you really don't look much at all, being a broke-ass stupid head and all. Mr. Aiden bombarded Harper, whom he met for the first time, with nasty insults. Harper and I were literally a hair's width away from losing it. But he was the head of our supplier. How could we retaliate? Until he returned to his seat, I tried to remain calm and laugh at his jokes. This is exhausting. Hey, yo, hobo! I guess you've never had expensive wine before, have ya? On this momentous occasion, how about you try it out? Mr. Aiden brought over a bottle of wine from his table. Wait, he's gonna propose us a toast? Maybe he ain't so bad. As I was thinking this, he frickin' started pouring wine on poor Harper's head! Don't you penniless pieces of codfish ever set foot in an expensive restaurant again, or I'll burn the contract! The hell are you doing? I'm telling you that worthless brats like you, look at that! Rosy cheeks done to perfection! I couldn't hold it anymore. Frick his pathetic existence! Trouble Busters! Right around then, the main course of steak was just arriving. Allow me to apologize first to the viewers of Trouble Busters, to the farmers who provided this most delicious meal, and the cow who sacrificed their life for this occasion. I'm so sorry. I grabbed the tender meat, and without thinking, I pressed it into Aiden's stupid face. It's Ed! Ow! This is what you get for abusing my wife! Oh, the heat of the moment is no excuse. I feel terrible for wasting such good food, but my blood was literally boiling, and my vision had gone red with murder. There's things you can and can't do, you freaking bastard! Aiden pushed me to the floor. Waiters and waitresses ran to this scene with schizophrenic chaos.
Monsieur, we must ask that you calm down. Sir, you're making us all uncomfortable, monsieur.
Shut up, bitch!
Collateral damage.
Aiden even threw the waitress to the ground. What a disaster. Our special wedding anniversary was destroyed at the hands of this loggerhead god, Aiden. This created such a calamity, so naturally the police got involved. Oh, good people who work here. Please forgive me. The cops listened to both our sides of the story, but Aiden was keen. This is violence! This is a crime! Hear me! I'm never doing contracts with the likes of you scum again! Even more, I'll report you to your boss, man! And I'll get you fired! God damn it. Should I actually beg for forgiveness here? Bowing down to a jellyfish like him. Aaron, my dear, you must accept your sin. Apologize here, even if you don't mean it, and things may change for the better. Freaking bullshit! Apologizing to the human equivalent of a sea cucumber? Don't you have any pride? My two sides are at war inside of me. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna ignore the fact that my conscience is a bit gray right now. And then it happened. Erden, what the hell are you doing? Without any warning, man who just came into the restaurant called to Aiden. It's you who's gonna be fired, Aiden! What now? I offer my deepest apologies for my employee's inexcusable behavior. Your employee? May I ask who you are? I am the CEO of Troublebusters and Company. By Troublebusters and Company, he meant the supplier that Aiden works for. The CEO? Nice to meet you. Mr. Aiden, seems you abused this gentleman on a multitude of levels. And what's worse, you deliberately poured wine on his wife to harass them both. How do you know about this, sir? You can thank my daughter. Your daughter? It turns out that the kind waitress who served us today was none other than the CEO's daughter. Aiden sometimes dined at this establishment with the CEO, so she remembered his face. By the way, Aiden hadn't a clue about her existence, and they'd never met in person.
Dada, a guy who works for you, Aiden, is stirring up a bunch of trouble here at the restaurant.
Wait, what?
He's abusing other customers, pouring wine on their heads. It's such a mess. The cops are involved, Dada.
I understand. I'm on my way. And the CEO kept his word and quickly made his way to the restaurant. Subcontractors are not broke. In actuality, isn't it because of some contractors like him that our business is doing well? I never said that subcontractors are broke, sir. Enough with the lies! We have no use for ignoramuses like you in our company. You're fired! Oh, hell no! Aiden proceeded to beg for mercy as he hugged the CEO's legs, but the gentleman remained undeterred. Apologize to Mr. Aaron now! I'm so very sorry! Although this was an expensive French restaurant, he actually got on his knees. Although he is a hateful foe, it's such a pitiful sight. I understand you're sorry, but don't get to thinking I forgive you. As you can see, my wife is drenched in wine.
But honestly, I'd forgotten all about it.
And such a stunning outfit. Ruined. It isn't much, but please accept this as cleaning costs.
What? Oh, Aaron, what should I do?
The CEO gave us way too much money that would only be for cleaning costs. I too was at a loss, and my mind ran amok over what to do. Perhaps he noticed I was pretty panicked. Please, take it. His voice was so kind and so calm. He then took Aiden away with him. Aiden reminded me of a stubborn dog being dragged away by its owner. It was such a special day too. I'm sorry, dear.
Oh, don't worry. This whole thing is kind of making me laugh.
In the end, we canceled dinner that night and went home. Not to mention Harper was drenched with wine. To tomorrow we go. The CEO from the day previous stopped by, along with Aiden. Mr. Aiden apologized to me again, and the topic quickly shifted to compensation. And frankly, what with our anniversary ruined and abuse towards Harper, all things considered, it was gonna be a pretty big burden. I'm gonna tell you what, Mr. Aiden had to pay compensation for inconveniencing the restaurant on top of this. Not surprising considering how events transpired. And this is how I got multiple apologies from Aiden and a decent amount of compensation. And finally, and henceforth, you're officially fired. Understand? I do, sir. His rounded back, trudging away, looks so pathetic, I'll be honest. Later on, Harper and I returned to the restaurant to properly celebrate our anniversary.
Welcome back. The other day was quite the highlight, wasn't it?
It was! And thank you so much for helping us out that day.
Oh, no need to thank me, monsieur.
The waitress from that day, namely the kind CEO's daughter, spoke with us a bit that night.
To have the pleasure of serving good people celebrating their wedding anniversary here. I was so pleased. But then Mr. Aiden did those terrible things, and I could just not forgive him. I called my father without second-guessing myself. Is that so? You helped us so much. Thank you so much.
We're gonna celebrate an anniversary well tonight, madame. I promise you that. And so we celebrated this occasion not once, but twice. Oh, and by the way, after getting sacked, Aiden is now apparently doing miscellaneous work at a small subcontractor company. He's doing very household-like chores, so it would be pretty bad for those who have a lot of pride like him. Employees of that company apparently granted him the nickname King Buzzboy. Chastising subcontractors like he did, perhaps one is condemned to become one himself in the future. Trouble Busters!
My name is Haley. It had been 4 months since I first got pregnant. This incident happened on a day I decided to go to my doctor to get examined.
I'm sorry, dear. And after you set your appointment on an off day for me.
It's all right. I haven't been exercising these days. It's good to get out and move around once in a while.
Will you be all right, though? I am worried.
It's just a short train ride away, and I'm familiar with the way. I'll be all right. The trains at this time should be mostly empty, too.
Are you sure?
You worry too much. He's my husband, Anthony. He was supposed to go to the examination with me. However, some work that he really cannot miss came up suddenly. If not completely paranoid. And since I got pregnant, he's treated me like a goddess. Like hell, you're my servant. But I freaking love my husband so much. Usually we would go to the hospital in Anthony's car, but today I decided to go by the train alone. To my utter joy, the train was emptier than I thought. I sat down on an unoccupied seat, and my mind went elsewhere as I sat shaking with the train's clickety-clank. The incident occurred soon after. Hey, listen. I want to go to karaoke. But you know we're broke. Then shall we crowdfund a bit? 2 high school girls appeared before me. Oh, 2 schoolgirls on the loose. What cute uniforms. Hey, look. What a fatso. No kidding. Jesus. Are they talking about me? How rude. I'm pregnant, not fat. When I glanced in their direction, I unwillingly made eye contact. What do you want, old girl? Old? Nothing at all. If it's really nothing, don't glare at us, pig. Oof, I got myself tangled up with troublemaking little monsters, I thought to myself. In this moment, I truly understood what monster trainers truly felt like in that universe. However, I am pregnant, so I just want to avoid any trouble in these surroundings. They exploited my silence and went on to chastise me. I knew the worst thing to do would be to retaliate, so I went on ignoring them. Hey, she's ignoring us. Let's glare at the bitch. That way of glaring is ridiculous, Scarlett. What's ridiculous? This isn't even funny. All right, what's up with that face? You got something to say? Say it. This was getting too far and I was about to pop. I decided to move another seat. When I stood up, my stop was just about to come. Apparently, it was also where the girls would get off, and we became a party of 3 at the door. What, you're getting off too, old lady? I thought there was no need to get off if brats got off too, so I stood to the side. Hey, old lady, frick off! You can't pass by because you're too huge, see? Too far, there's plenty of room to pass. Shut up, piss off, hippo. The girl bumped her shoulder into me deliberately. I lost my balance and staggered. Then, Lord save them, they started to kick my belly. The only one allowed to do that is the baby inside. That instant, the train doors opened and I fell hard onto the platform. Ow! It hurt! What are you toppling over for? You're blocking! Girls walked away as they said so. I couldn't get up. My belly was hurting so much. Upon looking closer, I saw my body was leaking blood. Then I lost consciousness. When I came to, I was atop a hospital bed.
Haley, are you awake?
Anthony? Before me stood a very concerned Anthony staring at me. What on earth happened? At that instant, I noticed something. My belly was flat. Where's my baby?
Haley, I have some terrible news.
His face told me everything I didn't want to know. Indeed, I had a miscarriage. I never hit such a low point in my life. I couldn't think straight. The doctor gave me sedatives and I fell asleep. The next day, I told Anthony everything.
This is unforgivable! This is textbook assault! Haley, do you know which school they were from?
That uniform, I think that's Refresh Middle School.
Got it. I'll take care of everything. You just get your rest, dear.
My husband left the room as he said so. I think he actually went to the middle school.
What a goddamn day!
What's going on here? You there! The school is off limits for everyone except for students, their parents, and employed teachers.
I have something to discuss regarding some of your students.
Oh? Has anyone done something?
My wife was assaulted on a train station platform. She was pregnant when the incident occurred, and she had a miscarriage.
Goodness!
This shall not be forgiven. Never!
Are you certain they were of our school, sir? There has to be some mistake.
They were this school's uniforms, so there can't be any mistake.
I see, but that alone isn't enough evidence, I'm afraid. Without more significant proof, we can't make a solid decision.
We, as a couple, haven't filed an offense report to the police yet. We will accept if they come forward and apologize to us.
However,
I ask that you call upon your students as their teachers about this matter, please.
I doubt any student will come forward with this method, but it's worth a try. However, I must ask you to go home. I will take care of everything here, and I will contact you.
They never did, no matter how long we waited.
What the hell are they doing? They told us they would call, and they never do. God damn it!
I'll go to the school myself, honey.
What?
It's all right. I remember their faces well.
Then let's stay near the school gate.
We headed to the school and kept watch from the inside of the car. And lo and behold, two familiar faces appeared. Oh, it's those two over there!
Let's go! Hey there, you two! You got a minute?
Ew, what do you want, old man? Shit, that bitch! Oh, I see her. Do you know her or nah? No, idiot! Moron, doofus, bird brain! It's that pig you kicked on the train the other day! Ew, are you for real? But hang on, your little words of encouragement a little too harsh, don't you think? Seems you remember me well enough. Run!
You get back here!
Let go! You think you can do this kind of bullshit? Right as we caught them and created a small commotion, the teacher came running.
Hey! Just what do you think you're doing in front of the school?
Ah, mister, it's these two girls.
Oh, it's you, sir.
These two are the ones who assaulted my wife, as I told you.
We didn't do shit.
We will attract attention here. So please, right this way to the teacher's lounge.
The teacher led us into a room in the corner of the teacher's lounge, both Anthony and I and the two girls. Then the teacher said something totally unexpected.
We sincerely ask that you remain quiet about this incident.
Huh? We'll do that once we get an apology out of these two.
Did you really do this?
We don't know anything, damn it. Our shoulder just happened to hit you, eh? Frick, the blubber made you so huge around the shoulders. For real, it was like looking at the biggest quarterback in the NFL. Too far. My shoulders were never that bulky. What's more, these two children were harassing me inside the train too.
But it's not like anyone else was a witness to this incident, is it?
What does that have to do with anything? My wife, the victim here, claims these two have done these terrible things.
However,
Just forget it. We waited. But you people haven't done anything to address the situation.
what will you do?
We will file a report of assault to the police.
Please, just hold on a minute.
No, we will not. My wife had a miscarriage. You are aware that the consequences here are substantial.
Hang on, what's a miscarriage? Looks like you two only saw me as a fat woman. But actually, I was pregnant when it all happened. You can't be serious. I am, and the trauma from falling hard on the platform caused me to lose the baby.
This is something huge, understand? Perhaps this is something that exceeds the realm of assault.
I understand. You two, apologize.
I'm sorry. Sorry. Seeing their attitudes, though, I could instantly tell they weren't repenting even a little bit. They literally looked like they were trying hard to keep from laughing.
They themselves seem to regret their actions. This matter is closed.
Is this the attitude of regret? We're talking about a human life here.
However,
We are not satisfied. We will report to the police. Thank you very much.
now hold on, now!
Yes, you have something else?
These two have futures ahead of them, and it's just before exam season. So how about we settle this out of court?
What the frick are you saying now? You never even called for your students about the matter, have you? Our child also had a future, you know.
We are a private school after all, so any ridiculous rumors would be a great hassle to us.
Is that what a real teacher would say? That's only in the interest of the whole school. We have lost our child. If you don't understand what that means, looks like we'll have to teach that to you. We are going to file this offense report, no matter what you say.
Wait. What's an offense report?
The fact that you assaulted and injured my wife, and the fact that our child was killed in the process. We're gonna tell the police all about it.
You can't be for real. Now hold on. We're getting arrested?
Pretty much.
You've really done us a huge favor, haven't you?
Professor, please help us.
I can't do anything in this situation anymore. Plus, you caused a miscarriage. And to support through what will come is too tall a favor.
Oh no.
Really, though, what a bother this was. Dragging the whole school into this matter. Ah, yes. You two are dismissed from school now. I haven't filed the report yet, so it's not too late yet.
What the hell are you saying? You're abandoning us?
Think about what would happen if this got out. Media would cram around the school. You two have done something atrocious.
You truly only care about your position, don't you? Disgraceful. The behavior of the students was terrible. I suppose teachers have their own way.
For the sake of our deceased child, we cannot forgive what you've done to us. Our child was going to go to a school like you two in a few years' time. Or so we thought. For the sake of our child who never got to experience that, we will fight. Even if it takes us to court. You better come prepared. I'm so sorry. Oh, what have we done? Please forgive us. Two girls started to cry where they stood. They seemed to finally understand the enormity of what they did. Their faces were pale with fear. In the end, they were both arrested. Security camera footage was more than enough proof to convict them. The school quickly became the prey of mainstream media, and the police began investigating the teacher on account of alleged intended cover-up. I sincerely hope the girls regret their actions, which ultimately took the life of my child. Now, 2 years later, I'm pregnant with my second child. I promise to give it the love I would have given to my firstborn, and give them the wonderful life they deserve. Troublebusters.
Hi, I'm Alan, a sophomore in high school. I'm currently in a relationship with Helen, my girlfriend. We've been dating for a year now. I'm totally in love with her. Helen, what do you want to do this Sunday? I'm happy to do whatever you want.
Calm down, Alan.
Why? I want the whole world to know that I'm in love with you.
Recently, my friends say that you're like a pet dog to me. And I'm a little embarrassed.
Oh, really? I'm sorry that your friends have been teasing you because of me.
You should be insulted that they would call you my pet.
Okay. I will try to be careful from now on so that your friends don't refer to me as your pet.
Yes, thank you.
So, what do you want to do on Sunday?
Oh, sorry. I already have plans with Sarah on Sunday.
I see. I suppose time with your friends is important too.
Yes, it is.
On Sunday, I was at home relaxing since I didn't have any plans. My smartphone began to ring. I saw that it was Helen calling me. Helen, what's up?
Help me?
Are you okay? Where are you? I'll come right over. When I got to Helen, she was shaking in fear. It seemed that her friend Sarah had played a bad prank on her. Helen told me what had happened.
Sarah, where are we going today? You want to go shopping, right?
I've asked another friend to join us.
Who?
Hey, Aaron, come over here.
Sarah, I was waiting across the street for you. You're late.
Sorry.
Is this your friend? She's cute.
Sarah, what's going on?
I wanted to introduce you to Aaron. I think that you guys will hit it off.
But I'm already dating Alan.
Alan is so annoying. He's all over you like a dog. You can do so much better. Aaron's more sophisticated and fun. Plus, he has cool blue hair. Much better than Alan's red hair.
Your boyfriend is in high school, right? I'm a college student, so I'm sure I'm much more mature.
I'm going to leave you two to enjoy the rest of the afternoon.
What? Sarah, wait!
Helen, where are you going? I thought that we were hanging out with each other today.
Helen told me that Aaron then hugged her. Helen panicked and ran away from him. Although Helen was safe, I was angry with Sarah and Aaron for what they did. I went and told the police about what had happened, but they told me that they couldn't do anything about it because nothing happened in the end. So, I decided to confront Sarah on my own. Sarah, why did you force Helen to go out on a date with Aaron?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't deny it!
Don't look at me with that scary expression.
I was even more angry now that Sarah was pretending that she had done nothing wrong. She was even smiling. Did she think that this was a joke? You put Helen in danger. Aaron could have really hurt her.
She ran away? She's no fun.
How dare you!
You have no right to be mad if nothing happened. If anything, Helen was lucky.
Sarah's pure evil. Trouble monsters? Sarah felt no remorse for her actions. I won't forgive her. Trouble busters! You know, this is an actual crime.
What are you saying? The police aren't going to do anything if nothing happened.
But Aaron hugged Helen against her will.
It's not my fault. Aaron did that. Helen may have wanted him to hug her. You never know.
Well, she didn't. Helen was upset about what happened, and you could get expelled for what you did to her.
You're so clueless about everything.
What do you mean?
Don't you know how much money my father donates to our school?
What?
You do know who my father is, don't you?
He's an assemblyman, right? So what?
My father would do anything to make sure that I don't get expelled. I'm his precious daughter.
I won't let your father protect you when you're the one that's at fault.
You don't have the power to do anything about it. My father can make this go away. If you don't stop harassing me, you're the one that's going to get expelled.
Sarah was going to use her father's authority to good use. I was so frustrated. So, just like Sarah had predicted, she didn't get into any trouble. Helen wasn't her first victim. Sarah liked to play mean pranks on people just because she was bored. If things got messy, she got her father to fix it for her. This is how things went down. I can't believe that Sarah got away with what she did to you.
I know. I'm so angry.
Are you feeling okay now?
Yes, I'm alright. I was lucky that I was able to get away from Aaron, but I'm still mad at Sarah.
That's why I loved Helen. She had a sense of justice. Whenever Sarah's father got in touch with the school, the teachers couldn't say no to him because of his status. We had to think of a better plan to get Sarah to pay for her crimes. Helen, leave the rest to me.
What have you come up with?
I came up with a great plan. I was livid with Sarah. I had to put a stop to her bad behavior. This was my last resort. I didn't really want to go this route, but since Sarah wasn't giving in, I had no choice. I won't forgive her. Trouble busters! I went to Sarah's house with my dad. Sarah, we need to talk.
What do you want now? Who did you bring with you?
I'm Alan's father.
Really? So you brought your father to compete with mine? You're so stupid. There's no way your father is going to beat my father.
Just wait and see.
I don't understand what you mean. Do you still not understand how important my father is?
I know your father very well. We've spoken many times before.
Oh, during his election? My father meets all sorts of people during elections. I'm sure he doesn't remember you.
Okay, whatever. I've already submitted the evidence of you harassing Helen to the police.
Like I said before, that's meaningless.
You don't know that.
I do know. Dad! Ellen is bullying me. Can you come rescue me?
Sarah called her father, and he came into the room. The fact that he was home was a part of my plan.
Who is the bully making my daughter sad? Oh, you are...
Huh?
As soon as Sarah's father saw my father in the room, he went pale.
What's going on? Dad, are you alright?
I see that you've been promoted. I'm not.
What's happening? Dad, tell Ellen to stop bullying me.
Be quiet, Sarah. You don't know who Alan's father is.
Who is he?
He's the gang boss of our community.
You mean the boss of the mafia?
Yes, my father was the gang boss of the mafia. Sarah's father would engage in dirty business from time to time, and he would get my father and his associates to get the job done. That's why Sarah's father couldn't stand against my father. For obvious reasons, I didn't tell my friends at school that my father was part of the mafia. I didn't want to rely on my father, but I was worried about Helen and other potential victims of Sarah and Aaron.
We need to talk. What is this regarding? It's about your daughter, Sarah. I see. What has she done? It seems that your daughter has been playing bad pranks on her female friends and putting them in danger. I didn't think she would do such a thing. We have the evidence. Evidence? We brought Sarah's friend Aaron as a witness.
Aaron came into the room, looking life had been sucked out of him. Sarah became pale after seeing Aaron in such a state.
Why are you here?
Look what happened to me. It's all your fault. I don't want anything to do with you anymore.
What? What are you saying?
Aaron told us everything. You can't get away with this. What are you going to do to make up for what you did?
You're not making any sense.
Don't talk back to Alan's father.
My father will fix this, like he always does.
You shut your mouth.
Dad?
I'm very sorry for what my daughter has done. Please, forgive her.
Dad, why are you apologizing? I don't understand why you can't stand up to Alan's father. He's in the mafia.
Sarah's father begged for forgiveness. Sarah could not understand what was happening.
What does Alan's father have on you?
Sarah, because you're still young, I won't go into the details, but your father and I work together. I'm so sorry. Sarah, you need to apologize too.
Why should I?
Shut up and do as I say. This is all your fault. I have a friend that works at the police. He helps me out from time to time. I'm going to let him know about what Sarah did. I'm also going to tell him about how you've been abusing your power to have your way at Sarah's school. I'm so sorry. Please, forgive us. If only you and your daughter had lived more honestly. What a shame. Please, can we just handle this discreetly? You should take responsibility for what your daughter has done. You can't hide from this.
Not knowing what to do, Sarah's father took out his anger onto Sarah.
You've ruined my career as a politician!
This isn't my fault.
I've cleaned up your mess many times before, but not anymore. You've taken it for granted.
Wait! Don't be so mad!
I'm going to lose my job over this. What am I going to do now?
Ha! What a pathetic family! They don't seem to see the big picture. They're greedy and selfish. My father and I have nothing to do with this. You need to make things right with the victims.
Yes, of course we will.
And you need to apologize to the school for all the ridiculous demands you've made.
Yes, I will.
After this, Sarah got expelled from high school, and her father had no choice but to resign after the bad rumors began to spread. The media surrounded Sarah's house, and news of their scandal was reported widely. The school principal was also interviewed by the media for his backdoor dealings with a politician. The school held a press conference to apologize for the scandal involving crime, money, and power. In the end, the principal resigned. The school became notorious for its scandal, and Sarah's photos were posted onto the internet. In order to avoid the media attention, Sarah stayed locked up in her house. Since the scandal, the relationship between Sarah and her father worsened, and they would argue all the time. In the end, Sarah's father reported the crimes of his daughter to the police. To get back at her father, Sarah revealed all the bad things her father had done when he was a politician. The media would often talk about the falling out of Sarah and her father. Because of all the gossip and attention, Sarah and her family had no choice but to leave town. Aaron was also questioned for cooperating with Sarah, and because of the bad rumors going around about him, he was expelled from college. He couldn't find a decent job after getting expelled. I hope that Sarah and her father, as well as Aaron, think about what they have done to their victims, and spend their time regretting what they've done. Helen and I are both doing well, and we're still in a relationship with each other. Because of this incident, my father and Helen became close, and I'm happy that something good came out of this terrible situation. My father may work for the mafia, but he still has a good heart and is kind. I look up to him for having a big heart. Trouble Busters!